Obviously, unfortunately, your season came to a close against Northeastern in the hockey semifinals. How have you reflected on that loss since it happened? Since it's been like 3 months since it's happened, which feels like it's flown by. It feels like it was like 6 months from now. So,
Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like a long time ago. I think especially from like what I know our team has been putting in already. And yeah, that was definitely a tough loss again with Northeastern. There's definitely a rivalry there. And I think we played them like 5 times this year, 4 or 5 times this year. And that loss was definitely a heartbreaker and it sucked to see our season end. And it was a good game and stuff, but I feel like again, similar to the main loss, like it just kind of, for me personally, dwelled on it a couple days and kind of let it sting for a little bit. But then you kind of have to turn the page and be like, okay, like what can I do starting now to build myself and the team until the next season and stuff. And so I feel like a lot of girls had that same mindset and right away from our spring workouts. And that started like middle of March, maybe end of March. And there was a vibe in the like weight room and the locker room that was like in a good way that everyone was ready to work hard and just to build on that. And yeah, so I'm just really excited. I think we have a special group next year. And with the group of us staying here this summer, we're even building on what we did in the spring. And yeah, so I think we're really excited for next season and hopefully we can get that much further next season and build on like what we have already started.
what are your team's goals and expectations for next season? Because obviously, the big story with your team is that you're losing some of your key players like Hannah Bilka, Kayla Barnes, and I believe Abby Levy's eligibility is up after last year. So, I guess what message would you give to fans listening? And I guess what are your team's goals and expectations? Because I still feel like you guys have a lot of talented players that can get the job done. I think Hockey East is wide open this year as well. So, just what's your whole perspective on next season? What do you hope to accomplish?
Yeah, I think we have a really special group next year and we have a ton of talent. And I also think we have a really strong work ethic and we're all ready to kind of like put our heads down and go to work right away when we get here at like the end of August, I think. And I think we're just trying to establish ourselves as a presence and whether that is like having those big wins or just kind of having maybe some more consistency is what we're looking for. And whether that be those big games in the Beanpot, Hockey East, and like hopefully the NCAA tournament. Like we're just really excited. And yeah, I think just kind of establishing ourselves as like we're here, we're ready to go, and like we're a good team to play against. So we're really looking forward to it. And I just think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
And obviously, you're going to be one of the older players in the team now, which is crazy to believe that. So, what type of leadership are you going to try to bring to the team? I know you don't have a letter, but I feel like as a junior, you sort of have to lead by example a little bit for some of those freshmen and sophomores.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely weird being an upperclassman already. I feel like it's flying by, but I'm excited. I feel like my grade especially is really excited. And I think we have a really good group of freshmen coming in. And so I feel like just taking them under our wings and kind of showing them the ropes a little bit and like what our team's all about. And our team is really close and like a team first mentality. So just kind of teaching them like the different things that we do and all of that and just kind of doing what we can and like you said like leading by example and I feel like just doing like those like little things and just kind of like looking out for everyone and on the ice again having that like high compete level and kind of just pushing each other like to a higher standard and just like making sure that we're doing like the best that we can.
Now, we're now in a segment I like to call the non hockey segment, where I ask you some non hockey questions just to get to know you and your team a little bit more off the ice. So, first one is what music do you like to listen to?
I'm always listening to music. If you ask any of my roommates, there's usually something playing from my room or my phone, whatever it is, or like I have my AirPods in or something. Right now and for a while, actually, Zach Bryan has been one of my favorite artists. He's awesome. I was really excited to get tickets to his concert. I think that was a couple weeks ago. And then like kind of anything country, I mentioned that earlier. Luke Combs, especially, I love him. And then other than country, I love Taylor Swift. I just went to her concert last weekend, which was awesome. And then just like Harry Styles, Noah Kahan are like definitely in like my like top artists. But yeah, I'm always listening to music.
I'm the same way. I have a playlist for every genre of music that I like. So, like, I have a hip hop playlist, rock playlist, pop,
Mhm.
country as well. So, whatever mood I'm in, I just go to that particular playlist. But
Yeah.
how was the Taylor Swift concert last weekend? I feel like that's everyone, all everyone could talk about. And the thing that I'm most curious about was how long did it take you to leave the Gillette Stadium parking lot?
Oh my gosh. I also went on Saturday when it was absolutely downpouring. I have never seen it rain that hard ever, I think, in my life. And so I went with some of my cousins, and we didn't think the rain was going to be that bad, but it was that bad. And she performed the entire time and did not skip a beat, did not change anything about her performance. It was like, I mean, obviously, like I'm like a crazy fan, but like it was the best concert I've ever been to. And leaving was a struggle. So I obviously was driving home to Lynn with my cousins. They live in Peabody. And the concert ended around 11:30, maybe a little earlier. We didn't leave the parking lot until 2 a.m.
Oh
because of
wow.
traffic. So I ultimately got home from Gillette at 3.
Wow, 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 wow. That's why like that's why I like hesitate to go to those concerts because I
Yeah.
love music, but I hate traffic even more. So it's sort of like a battle between my mind of like whether I want to do
Yeah.
that stuff or not.
It was crazy.
Well, luckily the show was good, and I know Taylor Swift fans love the rain show. I know that's sort of a thing with her, and yeah, it
Yeah.
looked like it was downpouring in that concert. Like I saw her piano looked like completely soaked.
Yeah. Her piano broke for her third. So she had another night at Gillette, I think on Sunday, and her piano broke because of the night before. So she couldn't even use it.
That's awesome. What era of Taylor Swift music is your favorite?
Um, I don't know. I feel like right now I'm in like my 1989 era. I feel like that's what I've been listening to a lot. But then on the other side of things, I think after the concert, I've been listening to her Folklore and Evermore music a ton because surprisingly that was like my favorite part of her performance. And but honestly, I kind of just go on Apple Music and just kind of shuffle Taylor Swift and just whatever comes on is what I'm usually listening to.
Nice. Style is one of my favorite pop
Yeah.
songs, so I definitely would say I'm more of a 1989 guy myself.
Hmm.
Now, what is your most embarrassing hockey moment that you've ever had? Have you ever left your skate guards on? Have you ever been received a big check before? Like, what would you say is like the most embarrassing moment in your hockey career?
I definitely have a lot. I remember when I was like really little, I don't know why, probably because I probably wasn't moving much on the ice. My feet and the Lynn rink is freezing. My feet used to get so cold that when I would get off the ice, sometimes I would be like bawling my eyes out because like I could not feel my feet at all. And I remember like my mom and the other hockey moms would legit like take clear tape and wrap hockey socks around my feet to like warm them up. And some of the moms still don't let me live it down. I still see them because like we're still family friends with them, and they always bring it up. Or I remember I just always like would break my stick in like the Zamboni door, like going to get a puck. Like it would be my luck to get it stuck in the Zamboni door. Have definitely gone on the ice with my skate guards, broken blades in the middle of a game, and then like not realizing that it's broken and like trying to skate,
Yeah.
or just like falling in the middle of the ice, just kind of things like that. I've definitely done it all.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, you have one of the most grittiest hockey photos I've ever seen. It was against UNH, and it was like a board battle, and you like dumped the puck, and someone like lammed you in the boards. But I just thought it was a super gritty photo because you were taking the hit just to get the puck in deep, which I think is the most badass thing you can do in hockey, especially as a
Yeah.
defender. So I would let you know. I wanted to let you know about that.
Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, I feel like yeah, I'm a big red line, get it deep and just kind of take whatever pressure is coming. And I feel like I'm like a taller player too, so that usually happens to me and stuff. But yeah, that's actually really funny that you brought that up.
Now, my favorite skateboard story is when Tuca lost his in one of those playoff games and like they scored and he got so mad at the referees, like yelling at him like with this blade and he like can't walk and he's like falling over. It's like one of the funniest hockey videos I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. That's hilarious.
Now, what is the most interesting thing you've read or seen this week?
Um, I feel like you kind of just brought it up. Like you mentioned it with the Taylor Swift stuff. I feel like again, I'm biased, but everything on like my TikTok or like anything that I've been reading has been all Taylor Swift, and just like everyone's reaction to, I think especially her rain show was super cool, and to just know like, oh my gosh, I was there was awesome. And so yeah, I feel like I'm just still in my Taylor Swift post concert just listening and just reading about all of her stuff.
Yeah. Are you in post concert depression right now? That's what a lot of people are saying.
Yeah, I feel like I am. I feel like I am. I'm going to Luke Combs in July, so I
That'll
have just
make up for it. Yeah.
a little more until I go to another concert.
Yeah, no, I that will hopefully make up for it. I guess for me, probably, obviously, big Boston sports fan, and Celtics are down 3-1 now, and I was watching the 4 Days of October documentary, 30 for 30, when the Red Sox came back and won that series against the Yankees. And I just thought the whole Kevin Millar thing's like, don't let us win this game, because game
Yeah.
five, Pedro starting, game six, Shills on the mound, and game seven, anything could happen. I just thought that was a great quote. So that's sort of been my mindset now for Boston sports, is just don't let us win one.
Yeah, exactly. I've been seeing that too, actually. That popped up on my TikTok a little while ago, and I knew, yeah, I've seen it before. I think like I've watched it with like maybe my dad and my brothers and stuff. But yeah, so hopefully the Celtics can pull it out.
Now, question about one of your few of your teammates. So, who do you say has the best style on the team? I guess pregame style, because your team might be one of the most well dressed teams, definitely in Hockey East, but potentially in the country.
Yeah, I mean, I also especially love my pregame outfits. I think it's so fun. And a lot of like other sports don't really do that. And I think it just adds like a kind of sense of like professionalism to the game. And it just makes you feel really cool and stuff. Like I just kind of have the mentality like look good, feel good, play good. And I would give best pregame style to probably Kylie Erickson. She's again one of my best friends, and one of my roommates, and so I kind of see her closet and stuff, and like what goes into like what she's choosing to wear, and I think she has really cool clothes and like good style, and it always like comes together for her.
Is she part of that crew with Abby Newhook and Kate Ham? Because I see the three.
Oh yeah.
It looks like a boy band or girl band walking towards the rink. I love those pictures.
Yeah, when we see the media outside, we're like, oh gosh, who's gonna be on the Instagram today or stuff. But yeah, I think it's fun that we do that. And it's just really cool again to like just share that with the girls and be like, oh my gosh, I love your outfit before you go play against like in the Beanpot. That's what you're
Yeah.
worrying about.
Will you join the crew next season? I feel like there needs to be a fourth member.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. I always miss the camera for some reason. I always miss the camera, but maybe next year.
Yeah, I would say like I remember Willa Corson probably had some of the best style
So
of all
good.
time. So
Yeah.
I know she's not playing anymore, but I always enjoyed her outfits. So
Yeah. She always dresses like so cool. I love her outfits.
we'll give you a preview. Obviously, tomorrow College Hockey Talk will be announcing the top 10 players with the best style for both men's and women's college hockey. I know that's something that a lot of our fans been waiting on. And I know for the men's side, Cutter Gauthier won the best style for men's college hockey. So there will be some Boston College representatives in those awards.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Well, I guess two more non-hockey questions is if there was a movie made about your life, who would you want to play yourself?
Yeah, I was thinking about this one and I was like kind of stumped at first because I feel like it's a question that like people definitely ask, but for some reason, I don't know why, Jennifer Lawrence came to mind. Like maybe like when she was like younger, maybe in like her like Hunger Games era.
Mhm.
And I just think she's like super cool and like hilarious. So I feel like that'd be really cool to see.
Yeah, that's awesome. She's definitely one of my favorite actresses. I would say for me, probably Andrew Garfield. I know we look nothing alike, but I liked him in Spider-Man, and I feel like he would do a good job, like sort of playing out my mannerisms.
Yeah.
Last non-hockey question is, if you could have lunch with anyone in the world, who would it be and why?
She's really present in this interview, but I think it would have to be Taylor Swift. Yeah, I think it would definitely be Taylor Swift. I just think she's so cool and just to be able to like sit down and talk to her about her music and stuff and just her life would be super cool.
I would honestly interested to hear what she has to say about like her fame, because I would say she's probably one of the most famous people on the planet right now, and sort of her thoughts on like how would you handle all these people like knowing who you are. Like I feel like that
Yeah.
would be a little overwhelming for me.
Hmm.
I would say for my lunch, I get to switch my answer every episode. I would say this might be a little controversial, but Sean Avery, I was just watching like clips of him like agitating people, and I just thought it was pretty interesting. So I'd
Yeah.
like to have a conversation with him and hear all about it.
Yeah, that'd be super cool.
Well, getting back to some hockey questions now before we end this interview, any advice you would give to younger players on what it takes to make it to college hockey?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's always a cliche and I feel like you always hear people say this, but it is the truth. Like you really just have to keep working and just like enjoy it because it can be a lot sometimes, but if you're not really enjoying it, then there's really no point. And I feel like for me, like I genuinely like I love playing hockey. I love going to practice every day. Like it's something that is still like obviously a huge part of my life and I'm so grateful to play it here. And if it's something if other girls or like young kids are looking to do that too, just keep working hard and like it will come if you put that hard work in and just like overall like don't stress out too much. Don't put too much pressure on yourself, because if you do, you kind of lead yourself to burnout. And so I feel like for me, I always keep it light and fun, and just like joking with my teammates and stuff, and like knowing when to take it seriously, and knowing when to keep it light is so important. And so yeah, just have fun with it and just trust the process. Also, like things will always work out, and yeah, just keep working hard.
Do you have any shout outs you want to give to your family members, teammates, former teammates, and who should we have on the podcast next? We haven't had a lot of BC players on, so I feel like you have some good suggestions for that.
Yeah, I feel like for who to have on next, I feel like Katie Pine would be awesome to have on, and Abby Newhook again. Obviously, they're some of my best friends, so I would say some of them, but I think they'd be really fun to have on. And then for shout outs, actually, I mentioned earlier my brother is starting a like summer development program called Clougherty Hockey, and it's super fun, and he puts so much work into that. So definitely want to shout him out, and I'm excited to skate with them this summer and develop on some things and skate with the guys. And yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So shout out Clardy Hockey.
Well, thank you so much, Keri, for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate your time. It means so much to myself. I wish you and your team nothing but the best for next season, and have a great off season. Have a great summer. And I hope you enjoy more concerts, and obviously best of luck with training as well. And I can't wait to see the improvements that you make to your game for next season.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And thank you for having me.